Today we're looking at the catch recording for the under 10s. This is a mobile application that allows you to record offline in an area of bad service and then sends the recording back when you're in signal. It's available for both the Apple and the Android devices, but you can also use the web version on your phone, tablet or computer as well. I've already registered and I've set up my preferences. So this is the ports that I use, the gear I normally use and the species I catch. And doing this up front makes it really quicker and easier to create a catch record when you have to. If you catch quota species, you have to do this when you're safely moored up but before you take the catch off your boat. And if you're catching non-quota species, species that aren't subject to catch limits, you can do this within 24 hours of landing. So I've signed in here and I'm going to create a new catch record. This is my vessel, the Sarah Ray, and if I had multiple vessels they would be in here. So I select that this was the vessel I used. My trip was today, so I'm going to say yes. If you say no, for example, you went out before midnight and came back the next day because of the tide, you could just put in the dates that you set off and came back. I've got a number of ports in my preferences, but I set off from North Berwick and I returned to North Berwick. The gear that I used, this is from my preferences. I've got one gear, which is pots, but you could have multiple gears here and you can also add a gear if you want to. So say you picked up a net for the day that you wanted to use. So for pots, I'm asked a number of questions. So the total number of pots that I hauled during the trip, so I hauled 50, and the total number of pots left in the water at the end of the trip. So there was 100 in the water. I then enter the statistical subrectangle where the majority of the catch was caught. And then I'm asked what species did I catch with pots. Again, this is taken from my preferences, so you can see here I've got a number of things. But if I want to, so I've caught another type of crab today, so I've caught a red crab. I can add to the species as I'm going along, so you can pick up things during the day. So I caught 50 kilos of edible crab, and it will remember those things next time. I caught 20 kilos. I caught 20 kilos of lobster, and I caught 5 kilos of red crab. We play back all of the information that you've entered so you can check it before you submit it, and you can go back and change something if you want to. And then when you're ready, you hit to submit the record. Now you can see here that actually I'm in an area of bad signal, so I can see here that my catch record has been recorded but it's not actually been sent, and it'll be sent when I'm back in signal or connected to the Wi-Fi. I can see here that there is, because I can see that I'm offline, but I can also see that there is the one that I've just created, but because I'm offline, it's not sent. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back into using flight mode. I'm going to show you that I've gone back into signal, so we're mimicking this. So I've turned my flight mode off, and you should see that once it connects to the Wi-Fi, that this thing will be sent. And it's sending and it's sent.